guy's driving like a big rig or something like that, these officers will have this in the bag. They've got that.
Man, why you stuttering, Stu?
Even though they might seem a little bit smaller,
you telling
those
lies.
are specially built vehicles, especially the
my brother can't breathe.
Explorers.
You know what I'm saying?
For law enforcement. I'm sorry,
Back
guys.
off.
I'm really working just to keep the picture steady this afternoon. Like I said, we've got a lot of company up here this afternoon in very tight quarters, apparently. So that's one of the reasons why we're having these unusual shots. Right now we're on Riverside. I'm looking out the window. I can tell you that we're headed in an eastbound direction here on Riverside.
Man, ain't nobody care what direction you're heading.
A bigger road out
we just
here
want
in
you to let the brother go.
We might be leaving the Ontario area shortly, right on the border. I can tell you, though, the Ontario PD right behind him now, lights and sirens. At least this is giving the folks on the ground just that little bit of heads up. They'll hear those lights inside. They'll hear that siren, then they'll see those lights and know something's going on. Running another red light. Now turned green right there when he got there. So that's always that weird luck for these suspects as they're running from officers. Right now, though, this vehicle hasn't made contact with any other vehicles, thank goodness. But we've seen him drive on the curb. We've seen him drive on the sidewalks.
Goodness.
We've seen him drive
How you gonna
in
thank
the
goodness,
lane.
man? I ain't
so
never
right
met
now,
that
though,
motherfucker.
Slowing down just a little bit. This is actually calm for what we were seeing earlier on.
Yeah,
and law enforcement right behind it on the ground and in the air.
And of course, the big concern here, Stu, is that the driver here is said to have a weapon, and also
y'all gonna plant that weapon on him, fool. He ain't got no weapon. He is the weapon.
So this is somebody who's obviously very brazen. We've seen him traveling at very high rates of speed, as well as jumping sidewalks and dirt roads and all sorts of things. So we are looking at a person that there's a lot of concern with that they're chasing right now.
Yeah, and we're now in San Bernardino County, and apparently this all started in Riverside County. We're in Chino, to be exact. We're also almost reaching the 5 o'clock hour, so couldn't have picked a worse time to really deal with the pursuit as people are getting off work, and hopefully this guy runs into some traffic and then stops. Not literally runs into some traffic, but meets up with some traffic, and then he's forced to stop and get out of his car and give up. Stu?
Yep.
Well, you know, those officers, they've had a couple of opportunities to pit. You can see that vehicle moving in again. Earlier on, he kind of backed off. I've really got to tell you, I have no idea what their policy is for the pit maneuver, especially with Ontario PD, but it does look like that one vehicle is really, really trying to get up, at least close enough to say, hey, I'm right here, I'm right next to you. But, you know, when they're evenly matched like that, meaning that that vehicle seems to be able to move away from that PD vehicle at almost the same rate of speed, this is, you know, the higher speeds, they're going to make it so that they won't be able to do that pit maneuver, and they're definitely not going to do it when they're in this type of traffic right there, using that right turn lane swing.
Man, you got a lot of words, dude.
Riverside is the name of the road we're on. We're
you need to chill out and let this shit run its course. You know what I'm saying? You talking just to talk.
Don't know the street name. But basically, we are paralleling the 60, and we're in the city of Chino.
All right, Stu, while you get your bearings there, we're going to continue watching your live picture
here
your
from
Sky 2 and Sky 9 of this pursuit out there in the Inland Empire. This is a person wanted for an assault on an officer. Apparently, there was some sort of traffic stop earlier this afternoon.
Man, don't be stopping people, man, and y'all won't be getting assaulted.
An officer. We don't know exactly how that happened, whether he tried to hit him with a car.
We don't know now, so stop making up shit. Whether he was actually
physical with the officer. But police gave chase, and this has been going on for quite a bit. For a while, police officers pulled back, basically letting this driver go on his own. Of course, they were watching from their chopper to see where he went. And just a short time ago, after seeing this driver do some pretty bold maneuvers, they finally re-engaged this pursuit now on the streets there of Chino, as you see. And for the most part, traffic has been pretty accommodating to him right there. It looks like he's picking up some speed right there. And once again, that officer is right there on his tail. So right now, as Stu was saying, it's usually not a good chance to do a pit maneuver on residential streets because, of course, there are pedestrians, there's other parked cars, there's other moving traffic. There he goes through another intersection there as well. So a lot to be concerned with. And look at this. The street is now narrowing. The traffic is getting heavier. So we're going to see here that right-hand turn lane looks pretty open, and it looks like he may be going to take that or he's going to go right through. Let's see what he does.
Why don't you just watch and see what he does instead of trying to be Johnny Prediction?
This pursuit, of course, breaking right now in the Inland Empire area. Lots going on right there. So we're going to continue to monitor this
Man,
situation.
I got a
If you'd like
dog
to
licking my
continue,
eyeball. I
watching
can't
this
talk
pursuit,
about no
we're going to ask you
pursuit.
to turn to our sister station, CBS 2. Our Susie Sutton
You need
and
to
Jeff
pull your
Michael
tongue
is,
out of my
standing by
eyeball,
there
Matty. I'm
live to bring
trying
you
to-
the very latest
trying
on
to
this
give the
pursuit.
news.
This driver of a Jeep now back on
Trying to
the
be a
freeway.
witness
For
here
Crystal
so that I don't
Cruz,
hurt my
I'm
fellow
Juan
brethren.
Fernandez. Thanks for watching.
This is your wake-up call.
And
I thought it was live. Let's
Freeway
see
on the
what
15th.
happens.
of night were permanent.
Damn,
So,
they've been chasing them for 2 weeks.
Continuing on, we'll see where this thing takes. Their tactics about towards almost out of the Anaheim area, getting into the Garden Grove area.
He's just gonna stop after all that shenanigans.
Behind this guy right now. And then it also makes you wonder, Stu, you know, we've also seen taunting going on too. We've seen hands
Brother
out the
probably
window.
gotta
Look,
take a
Mom, no
piss.
hands, I'm driving.
You feel
And then it
me?
makes you wonder, is this guy slowing down and then, you know,
I mean,
driving
he
again,
been
or
racing
accelerating
for
again
all
just to
day
taunt
long.
officers?
You know that bladder
Well, if I like
full.
bearings-
We never really know.
You need to just
we never
let
really
it
know,
out,
but this guy
man.
definitely doing that right now.
Let the brother
he's been
pee.
taunting them. He's been sticking his hand out the window every now and then.
That probably
Goes
ain't
up
his
right
hand.
now.
That's probably
But you can
his
see him definitely
PP.
moving around in that vehicle. My guess is, well, from what we've seen, you know, this guy wants to go. It looks like that truck is basically just coming to slowly bringing this thing to an end.
That's a green light.
It looks like we're actually waiting for.
No,
we're not waiting.
no, it's a green light.
He has a green light.
Huh.
He has a green light. So we'll see what the plan is right here. Hopefully it isn't he's going to do something silly like when the light changes and the cars move, he's going to try to dart out
He
there.
might try that.
Hopefully it won't be that.
Yeah, but you just
but
don't
you
know,
can see
so
those
why don't
officers
you watch
are,
and shut up, man?
Some
You
are
ain't
already
gotta be
around
talking.
and we're hearing again,
You
know,
feel
this
me?
guy armed and dangerous. Now what
Yeah,
he
he
has,
armed
or
and
if
dangerous
the
because
officers saw
he got
it,
melatonin
again,
and shit.
there's
So
the
y'all,
canine.
really know that'll
oh,
come
now
out
they
in the
gonna bring a
wash, but
dog. All right, don't
armed
be
and
crying
dangerous
when your
for
dog
sure.
get
So
his
that's one of the
break
reasons why
pop.
these
You
officers
feel
are
me?
being cautious.
What's this intersection here you
Come
got,
here,
Stu?
Fido.
That'd be
I got
Patello?
something for your ass.
Cerritos?
We'll take a look. We'll use our power right there. That's Cerritos?
Cerritos.
Cerritos.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, man!
Cerritos.
Y'all could read signs.
So we're
That's some
just-
high
Comes to a
tech
stop right
shit
there.
right
We're north
there,
of Anaheim
brother.
North
Stadium.
of Anaheim State, exactly. So, you know, it makes you wonder, is this going to come to an end here?
Oh yeah, I've been
We've
wondering
seen the
that all
suspect slow
day.
down
You feel
and
me?
Accelerate again, slow down, accelerate again. But
I'm with
this is
Stu
the-
on this one. I think
yeah.
he ran out of gas.
You know what? It's
You
gotta
with
be the case
Stu.
because,
You picking
again, we haven't
teams
seen this
now.
stop this
You
entire
with your
pursuit,
boy
and here we are.
Stu.
They haven't, you know, attempted any pit maneuvers or anything like that that actually disable the vehicle. So
Now, Stu, do you see
Everybody got
whether
something to say.
Anaheim
Here
PD
he
is
comes.
There
He
goes.
can't
off
breathe.
traffic on Cerritos?
I'm telling
The
you, he
doors open.
can't breathe.
Getting out of the car.
Leave him go.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything on Cerritos.
He
I was
does.
very
Hands up.
cautious with the
He
door
does.
popping open.
Hands up.
I definitely
Motherfucker
saw his
hungry. He
hands
want a
out,
jailhouse
so
burrito.
That's a great sign.
Microwave that
You know,
motherfucker.
he's
I'll
just,
be there
he's
in a
going to
minute.
be just hands up, bringing this thing to an end. The dog, though, ready to make a move if need
Oh,
be.
you
but
wish
it
you
does
could let
appear
that dog
the
go. You
driver
love
now
to see your
hands
brother
up
bit.
and, just going, following the rules and going into custody. Maybe he was just looking for those last couple of minutes of freedom, which he did get. And thank
Maybe he was
goodness
listening
it
to a
stands
book
right now.
on tape,
Nobody was
motherfucker.
injured, during this pursuit. A lot of crazy driving earlier on.
Why you
a lot
gotta
of
be
risky
crazy?
moves. Driving along the railroad tracks. That was something that I hadn't seen in a long time. Right now, though, these officers, they've got their guns drawn. They're in a very serious stance. That dog ready to do his business, but
While
the
he get
suspect
ready to take a
definitely
shit.
giving up. And again, just because we saw one person fall out of
Better
the car
bring a
earlier
pooper
on,
scooper.
doesn't mean that there might not
You
be
feel
somebody in
me?
that backseat.
that's right. Until they clear that car, they're not going to know if there are other people in that car. And again, we don't know
Oh,
if
Nancy
other
Tactical
people in
know
this
her
car could
shit.
be armed and dangerous. So again, the Anaheim Police Department really going to take caution on this one as this driver of this pursuit is walking backwards, and the next orders that will be given to him is to get on the ground and put his hands behind his back, and that's when they'll go in and handcuff him.
Man, it's
They'll
almost
probably
like
go
you
in
see
the
this shit
car to
before.
clear
see
the
if-
car.
exactly, to see if there's anyone else in there.
Oh, you a psychic?
And if you ever wonder why the PD or various police departments tell you they don't want you to tint your windows, this is the reason, because they can't see in there.
That's
And
their
it
problem. I
scares
got
them.
some
They don't know
called
what they're
freedom.
coming up
I'm finna
against,
tip
and
my
so they have to
window.
have their weapons drawn as they gingerly open those doors, look inside, and make sure there's not a third person in there. I believe there were two. We saw someone bail out about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it looks
It's-
like they're ordering him to walk to his right. kind of shuffle to his right too.
Yeah, how you figure that out? You when
What
you
if they
put
wanna
that
hit him on
shit
the
together, you
sidewalk?
like a motherfucker.
No reason.
You
One
like
of
a
the reasons why
scientist, man.
it's taking so long and they are being so cautious is because of the wants that this guy has, and that we're trying to sort that out. But maybe he didn't. But you know what? These guys are they're gonna err on the side of caution. And you know, if this guy might have attacked an officer, he might as well have attacked an officer. So that's one of the reasons why they're taking this type of attitude. You can see a number of officers out there, weapons drawn, ready to move. Just because he's following the rules right now doesn't mean he might not have a weapon underneath that hoodie or in his pants. So that's one of the
Yeah,
reasons
you know
why
he got
they're
a weapon
working
in his pants.
slowly and taking their time with this.
They may have him take the jacket off himself.
Oh, that's some good
His
ass
hands aren't
psychic
up, are they?
Yeah,
prediction
they're-
shit.
He's
now.
now talking to them. He's kind of gesticulating with his hands, turning back
Nah,
around.
he's
Now he's gonna lie
gesticulating,
down.
man. Why you gotta be all racist and shit?
You know, I'll tell you,
Now
if the guns
he's
don't get your
gesticulating.
attention, the barking of that dog will.
Sure.
Oh yeah, the dog be
Continues
barking.
to get closer.
That's
Boy,
what they do.
they're having him
There
come
he
right
goes.
up to
Yeah,
him.
right
They're
up
gonna
to
have
him.
him
Well,
get
that's
in the
unusual.
car.
Very unusual, especially for an armed suspect, because they don't know if he could just
Yeah.
quickly grab it out of his pocket.
No, they're gonna frisk him,
Wow.
pat him down while he's standing up.
I believe that's the first time I've ever seen that, Jeff.
Yeah.
That ain't the
I've
first
never
time
seen
I seen it. I seen
Especially
it
in
from
the
the
dark.
brother's perspective.
Maybe a different protocol for Anaheim Police Department. Maybe this is how they do it.
Whatever works for
Maybe
them.
things change.
But
you
it
know?
appears at
Maybe
this
I'm
point
fit
now,
to get off
the,
this dumbass
the guy
video.
behind the wheel